Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's a Christian and Daniel Show.
Hello, everyone. I am Christian, and this guy over here is Daniel, and this is the Christian and Daniel Show. Let me finish that for you, dear.
Yes, do that.
He's far too busy and involved with the production to worry about introducing our show to you.
I am doing production people things because now I can't get into my other account.
Oh, yeah, and I have to run over to Facebook real quick and make this public.
But let me make sure I launch our Instagram. Hey everybody, welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show. For those of you watching us, there we go. For those of you watching us on Facebook and LinkedIn, if you don't mind sharing this on your page so that other folks can watch along with you. If you're watching us on YouTube, scroll down, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll let you know every time there's a new show on the air. And when I say hello to all our friends on Instagram, which I don't know why my other account is not showing up, but I'm going to get on there right now to make sure that you can see it. And welcome to the show. It is Wednesday.
Yes, Wednesday, April 3rd.
April 3rd. Can you believe it? It's already April 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh, you can. Okay. Thank you.
You know what I couldn't believe was that I missed April 1st. Not that it's just April 1st, but that's April Fool's Day. And I didn't pull a single fool. I felt like the only fool on that day. Like so many people were doing April Fool's jokes, and I'm like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden I'm like, Christian, it's April 1st. It's April Fool's Day. I used to make the biggest deal of that when I was a kid. I always loved April Fool's Day.
I do not like.
Of course you don't.
I do not like April Fool's Day. I do not like
green eggs and ham.
I do not. I don't like.
Well, you don't like pranks, so that
like pranks.
April 1st is kind of all about pranks.
Yes, I do not like pranks. I do not like anything like that. So I don't like those practical joke shows. I think they're dumb. So don't like any of it.
There's a practical joke TikTok that I like quite a bit. It's a radio host calls people and pretends to be something. It's very funny.
Where they pretend. I didn't even like the ones. I'm not gonna lie. There was a time when I did enjoy the shows, the radio shows, where they would call like the boyfriend who was cheating, and like ask him, "Who do you want to send roses to? We're gonna." And then he would say, "I want to send them to Jessica." And then Mallory, his girlfriend, was on the line. It's like, "How dare you?
How dare you?" And in public, nonetheless.
They used to do that in a show in McAllen a lot. And back then I was like, oh, drama.
Escándalo.
And, but then, then I didn't. So.
Then I just didn't.
then I was done with that. It was no longer part of my reality. Welcome everybody to the show. Put up the banners. Please join the conversation. I want to start off by sending some feliz cumpleaños, feliz birthdays. Feliz birthdays. There's a couple of people on my list that celebrated birthdays in the last couple of days. My friend Jim Swan, who was a guest on Put It Together, and I've been on his podcast. He's also one of my business mentors because I can go to him with a lot of stuff. And he's pretty cool with like helping me sort through things. Another feliz birthday to Alan Palmer. Alan Palmer has also been on the show, and he is one of the Power Rangers.
Oh, feliz birthday!
He was a black Power Ranger. He was in one of the.
Why has he got to be black, Daniel?
Shut up. So Jim was the first. Alan was yesterday on the second. This Friday, the 5th, is Jennifer Sims, my talent agent.
Oh, yes.
It's her birthday. So Jennifer, if you happen to be watching, Feliz birthday. And we missed it because we didn't have a show on March 29th. Our friend Ginny Trask.
Oh, hello, Jeannie.
Ginny,
Happy
Gillis.
belated or belated Phyllis
Yeah,
birthday.
Ginny's birthday was on the 29th. And I don't get to see her often, but I hope she had a good birthday. To all our friends watching us on Instagram, you can also comment on the page, and I will make sure to read out your comments. So make sure you. But you believe it's already April? Like the
I know.
first quarter's gone.
Yeah. January, February, March. Now we're in second quarter of 2024. Pretty incredible. It went really quick. January, February, March went very fast.
And Easter came and went.
Certainly did.
How was your Easter, babe?
My Easter?
I laugh because we didn't do anything.
My Easter was absolutely, let's see. When was Easter? Was that the end of the month?
It was Sunday.
It was Sunday. And that was the Sunday before my flight up to Northern California.
No, it was this Sunday, the 31st.
Oh, so it was after my wonderful
Yes.
flight up to Northern California.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I was decompressing, so it was a wonderful Easter.
That's why I'm giggling, because we didn't play anything.
Oh, yes.
Uh,
You did
I
something.
did-
I'm very glad you did.
we did happen to get a little basket over to Junior, our godson, who I got him a cap to put in the basket, and of course we always have permission, so we're
Yeah,
giving.
and also have to make the note about his mood when you got there.
Well, he was
He's
okay.
He's so Daniel's godson.
Okay, so here's what happened though, because for those of you that don't live in Southern California, we already knew it was going to rain the weekend. So I was like, I don't want to drive in the rain, so I'm going to go Friday to drop off his basket. Excuse me. And his grandmother Ellie, her birthday was the past Sunday. So I'm like, I'll drop off the basket and we'll go to lunch. So, but he was asleep when I got there. So we went to lunch and came back and gave him his basket. So this is him, just for contact. So
That is not what I was talking about. You know it.
what were we talking about?
His mood, how he's like you. Remember you told me how he's acting, and I go, that's exactly you.
Well, that's why I'm showing the picture so people can
okay.
see.
He is adorable, everyone. Look
He's
at
freaking
him.
adorable. He's freaking
I mean,
adorable.
he melts your heart. I mean, how could you not love that little face, that little man?
So the picture with us together, he was not in the mood to stand still for a picture. He was just like, he wanted to press the button, but then he didn't want to like stand still. So then I finally turned around and took a picture of him, and he wasn't having that. He wanted a selfie. He wanted a
Look
selfie.
at his little face. That is like, excuse me?
Yeah, like how dare you?
How dare you? The audacity to take my picture, unsolicited picture.
And that's a Paws Patrol cap, and that is a all marshmallow bunny in his hand. So, which looked really good. I should have gotten one for me. It was really good. So, but that's him. So it was
He's
really
so
good.
cute. He's such a cutie. But boy, that face. And you gotta tell how he was acting, because when you told me what he was acting like, it was you in a totally you.
He was being a little shit.
Mm-hmm. He was behaving like, when Daniel described his behavior, I'm like, oh my God, that's you. That is like exactly Daniel. This could be he could so be your son with the way he acts. I'm like, that is totally Daniel. Too smart for his own good, and just knows what he wants to do when he wants to do it and what he doesn't want to do. And he's so adorable, he gets away with it. Mm-hmm. That is the worst.
That is exact. I don't know why my Instagram isn't showing me my other account. For those of you on Instagram, okay, that was not working. Okay. I don't know what it's
So people on Instagram can't communicate tonight.
Yeah, they can, but I was trying to get into the other account so I could see it better. But if you're on Instagram and posting messages, I'll keep an eye out. Hello, everybody on Instagram. Speaking of pictures, we finally got a picture that I paid
And-
way too much money for.
And you know what I found? I found that original. I found the receipt from that portrait.
Oh, did you?
I found there. Well, I wasn't looking for it, but I was cleaning out my little binders here, and it's right there. Like I'm like, oh my god, here's the original receipt for our portrait.
Yes, it was extremely ridiculous expensive. I love the outcome. So we're going to show you the portrait because we got the digital for it.
That didn't work, but anyway.
This is us. That is the portrait.
Look at
That
it.
is the I call it the CEO portrait because it's worth
It
it's
totally
worth,
looks like Tio's.
it's worth a couple of CEOs. And then the package came with some individual shots, and these are the individual shots. I really liked them. I mean, God bless, send us more money. But I really like the way you look in this photo.
Thank you. I like the way you look at all the photos, but this one in particular, what reminds me is, I look at it and I realize I was larger than I am now in these pictures.
Yeah, you're a little, because I was
I was
here.
heavier than I am now, and I'm like, oh, that's a change because I tried on that suit and it doesn't fit me like that anymore.
Yeah. So a
Nice.
shout out to House what's that?
Portraits. House
House
of
Portrait. HAUS.
It's. I want to make sure I say it right because they are House of Portraiture.
Yes, out in
House
Santa
of
Monica.
Portraiture.
Shout out to them. They treated us really nice. They took good pictures.
Oh, they were really nice.
It's a little overpriced, not gonna lie, but it was an
So it's
Eagle.
called House, and it's HAUS, not HOSE.
Yeah, and it was an ego purchase. It was very much of an ego purchase, and I admit it. But so what else is going on? Oh, what else is going on? Can I tell them my news? I
Sure news.
I made the call. So it's called Lone Star Community College now. It used to be Kingwood Community College back in Kingwood, Texas. For those of you who don't know, Kingwood, Texas is in Montgomery County, just north of Houston. And I've decided I want to go back to school and get my degree in counseling. And it was one of those things that I'm like, okay, I'll call tomorrow. I'll call later. And then today, before I took a nap, right before lunch, I was like, nope, do it now. So I called in, got, because they, obviously this is back in, I realized because of the transcript, I went to school between 2004 and 2006. And so my account was locked. So I had to call in to get the IT people to unlock it. So I ordered my transcript. I got, my grades were not as great as I remember. I had some very delusional ideas of what my grades were, which were not true. And then obviously the last semester that I went was when I was very heavy in my drug addiction. So I didn't finish. I dropped out and never did anything. So I got an F in those classes. So I'm gonna have to go back and fix that somehow. But I made the first step. I had a plan. I got a what do they call it? A strategy. The strategy was, first step is to acknowledge it. I told several people that really mattered to me and that I knew would hold me accountable for this decision. And then the second part of the strategy was get those transcripts. So I paid, they're being emailed, so I can have them. And then I'm going to do one of those, I forget the name of the schools, but there's a couple of those experience for credit schools and see what my 20 years of life experience are worth, I guess. C's get degrees. C's, I had okay. So there was one that I actually had an F in a couple of the class, and I was like,
Oh,
where did I get it? And it's actually algebra.
oh, I hate
I
algebra.
got an F in algebra. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, so I'm putting it out there because I want the universe to hear it. I want the people that I care about and people that care about me to hear it, so that they know that it's out there. It's out there. So no turning back now. And so yeah, that's my big news.
Wow. Isn't that incredible, folks? I mean, it's courageous to go back later in life to finish degrees and to do this type of work. I did that when I was the oldest person in my master's program. And it's at first it's intimidating, but then you realize your experience is what gives you so much strength in the class.
Hey, Angela, do you need a tutor in algebra? Angela is a tutor in algebra, well, in math. Yes, I probably will when I start. Sorry, I cut you up. I cut you off.
Yeah, I kind of did. What I was saying wasn't important.
I said sorry.
I know you did. I heard you.
What were you saying?
Huh? Just that it's tough to go back later in life, but you'll get through it. You'll be successful as you always are.
Yeah, I mean, you got your master. Well, you were getting your
I
master's.
was the oldest person in my master's program.
Yeah, you were getting your master's when we met.
Mm-hmm. When I was
When you were
when I was a young 31.
A young 30.
Barely 30. Barely.
Yes, I kidnapped you as a youngin.
Like a cradle robber here.
And I molded you into the gay you are now.
Yes, I was straight into women, wore flannel and flip flops without manicures or pedicures.
Yes, I pulled you away from those boobies and said, "You shall be gay."
I was such a primate of a man.
You were you were basically a Bridgerton.
Yeah, I was basically a preacher.
As an individual that's over 200 underage kids will be friends with you to buy stuff for them.
Yeah, unfortunately, the master's program doesn't typically have people that young in it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it online. I'm gonna do as much as I can online, so I don't have to go. Although I do like a class setting. But I think I like it most because I'm very competitive and I want to be the smartest person in the room.
Yeah.
In class.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of scary, my third graders are going into fractions. That's my biggest Achilles heel with basic math, is doing all the stuff with fractions. So hopefully I'll learn with them.
Yeah, right?
Even though I'm supposed to be tutoring them, and helping them. That's the one thing I'm like, fractions, I'm like, oh shoot, I can do long division, I can do anything else. But fractions intimidated me. I never quite got it.
I just found out that I wasn't good at algebra. So
I know, right? That is one of the things when you look at old transcripts, in your mind, we have like an idea of what type of student we were. But those transcripts, if you take a look at them, sometimes you'll be like, oh.
Yeah, I
wasn't quite the good student I thought I was.
I thought I had I took algebra twice. I thought I passed it the second time. So I'm gonna have to go back and at this point,
are they gonna make you retake it?
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna tomorrow. I'm gonna contact one of the schools. YouTube the homework hand to understand the content. Oh, YouTube the homework. I guess you can check everything on YouTube now. Totally. But yeah, Angela is a good friend of mine from Houston, and she started her own tutoring business. Math stuff. Yeah, she's really good. She's one of them smart peoples.
Mm-hmm.
Hi,
Michael.
Michael Holtz. Hey, Papa, how you doing? Michael Holtz is one of my cancer advocate friends. Michael,
awesome.
Today is she's not on the. I'm not gonna hold this one because she's not on. What's that? I'm going back to get my 98 days. So true to you, heart with the gifts. If she only knew, you don't know the way you don't take my breath. Are you singing to us? Is this what this is? Are these lyrics? I think these are lyrics.
Yep. That's a good picture of you, Gabe.
That is a good picture.
You look like Yeah. Wow. So together.
You clean up nice.
And you even have glasses on. You look so smart.
It's good to see you, Michael. Have you watched the show before? I don't know if you've been here before. They're also absolutely want to cheat. Yeah, they're
Yes, the kids are. I'm learning that watching them cheat, and I'm like, guys, you got to turn off the app.
I just thought again. I looked at the transcript. I'm like, I thought I was better. I thought that was an A class, but I got some B's. I got some B's on that.
I could say my undergraduate, even my high school, and then undergraduate. When I went back and looked at my undergraduate work, I was kind of shocked what a crappy student I was. Then when I got my master's program, it was all straight A's. I was amazing. So I guess it's just maturity and not being distracted, being in a fraternity and all that other garbage. I was trying to hide who I was and not be gay and be married and all that garbage.
That takes away from school.
In my life, that was garbage. Other people,
straight,
that might be significant stuff, but that was garbage for me.
Being straight affects your schoolwork, so stop being straight.
Because don't try to be straight, just be you.
Well, speaking of work and stuff, today is don't go to work unless it's fun day. And everybody sighs.
Yeah, I didn't go to work today because it wasn't fun.
It's not gonna be a fun day. Sorry, boss. Today's not fun day.
It's a fun day. I'm not coming in.
I believe that if you're doing what you really want to do, I mean, I knock on wood because most of the things that I do nowadays are things that are my life work, things that I'm involved. I have a good time, even when I have to MC a gig. Like I have a lot of fun MCing gigs because I get to torture people on the microphone, and that's always fun. So,
it's been a minute.
But was it howdy people? Hey Steven, how you doing? A lot of people I haven't talked to in a while.
Yeah, you missed a couple.
No, I did.
It's been a minute since I've watched better, and I've watched better.
I did. I posted that one.
I didn't see that.
Well, you did, but I did.
Before.
Yeah. I got my master's last year, and now I'm working on my PhD in sarcasm. And you know what? If you need a reference letter,
Daniel will write one.
Yeah, I'd be delighted to give you one.
No sarcasm intended.
No sarcasm there. Oh, there's Nancy.
Hey, Nancy, there we go. Now you can talk about the day.
I was hoping Nancy would show up.
Ja.
I was hoping she would show up.
We have a child in my class named Josue. And the teacher in the beginning, when I first got there, was saying Josue, and he wouldn't respond. And I'm not because he was being absent, just because that's not his name. And I looked up and I go, it's Josue. And he's all, it's Josue? And I go, yeah, it's Josue. J in Spanish just sounds like an H. And he's all, oh, and he goes, Josue. And yes.
Oh, next asking why. I was hoping you would show up because I wanted to say today is Independent Artist Day.
Yay.
So I wanted to make sure that she was on the audience because for those of you that don't know, she is the artist. She is the artist. She's the independent artist that created this. This was my 50th birthday. Yeah, my 50th birthday. It's been in so many interviews and shows, and people always comment on it. They're like that's really cool. It's like, is that supposed to be chakras? People that know, and they're like, I'm like, yes. Mm-hmm. My sister is an artist out of South Texas, and she did this. So
I will tell you, folks, it's really strange. It looks totally different in person, in the sense that it doesn't have all the white on it. It's actually darker, and the colors are more bold when you see it with your own eyes in person. For some reason, on camera, it looks more like sticky. Joe.
Yes, that's what it is. You're welcome. But it's all artists, by the way. The day I just kind of put that on there as the picture, but it's for anybody who's an independent artist, whether you're a singer, a dancer, a painter, whatever your artistic venue is, comedians. Today is our day to celebrate. So happy Artist Day. Yeah, that's it. And if you are an artist and that is your work, then you are having fun at work day. So today is your day for that. I mean, I mean, overall, I know you work with the kids, and sometimes they can be a little difficult. But overall, don't you enjoy going to work?
Yeah, I do. I wouldn't wake up at 5:30 a.m. and I wouldn't be there at dark 30 if I didn't like it. I love what I'm doing. I actually really enjoy my work. I'm kind of sad that for the summer it kind of ends and then I have to come back in late August to restart it. I kind of hate that about education. I wish we didn't have summer. Wish we were year round.
So
But I got my coworker sent me the link for that summer camp that I could work. I started the application, so I'm hoping I can get it in and maybe get in for the summer with him. He's a great guy. His name is Oscar. He's really great.
Oscar.
Such a good guy.
So for those of you watching the show today, what about your job do you enjoy? Is there a part of your job of your work? Because I think there's a difference between going to work and having a job.
Well, and it's also what's that saying?
If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah. If a man, or I hate to say a man, if a person loves, And then my dad used to always say, pursue your passion, like work your passion. Yep. Your job should be your passion, and I think you do that. You do that.
Yeah, I'm sure the kids would not like a year-round school.
What's interesting is year-round school. It means every few weeks they get 2 weeks off. It is kind of a cool thing. But kids hear year-round and it makes them nervous. And I'm guys, there are benefits to it.
Yeah. You hate all your jobs. Well, I mean, being an American gigolo has to be difficult sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard life.
It gets really hard.
Yeah. If it gets really hard. I mean, if it's hard.
No, I'm not going to go there, folks. I'm not going to go. But yeah, let us know. Like, is there a part of your job, of your work? I mean, correct. Is there something about your work that you really enjoy? I mean, anyway, you know me. I'm part of the belief. Like, if I'm not enjoying it, I won't do it. There's a lot of, especially when I was doing all the promos. Hobbs. But my parents installed in us that schooling was our job. We were involved in summer school. Funny. Yeah. I mean,
my dad did that. My dad did that. He sent me to summer school so I could be ahead.
I always had stuff going on. Well, unless I went back to Texas because I was going to school in Mexico. But so today is also National Film Score Day. So all that music in films, what did Michael say? The only reason I'm still at my place of employment is because I get along with my coworkers, but I do hope I win the lottery tonight. Yes, Michael. You win some money there.
Then you can give me some.
Is there amen, yes. Is there a particular show or movie that you just like the soundtrack or the music is in your head, like you just instantly recognize it?
The Sound of Music.
Oh, okay. That's like do you like it or is that just in your head?
No, I love it. But also Clueless and Bring It On and Camp. There's a lot of gay movies. Well,
I was going to say, am I seeing a theme here?
People, huh?
Am I seeing a theme here?
I know, right? All gay movies.
Film score Rocky 9, Hunger Games 4. Oh, okay. Rocky 9? Is there? I wouldn't doubt it. I ended up.
Sure there is.
But
Bewitched.
Oh, okay. The show, yeah. For me, what I consider the best soundtracks is Footloose, Bodyguard.
Oh, of course you like the Bodyguard.
And Forrest Gump. I think Forrest Gump is the number one. I think Forrest Gump has, because it was two CDs.
Oh, you want to know another? I don't know Forrest Gump soundtrack. I don't remember hearing music.
Forrest Gump has because it goes, through all those years. So it has a huge, really great collection.
Oh, Mallrats,
Yeah.
totes.
Mallrats. Oh, I don't know that one.
Another great movie with a good soundtrack. Steel Magnolias.
So maybe let's just have a good soundtrack.
There's some wonderful songs on there.
I remember when Ghost came out, and I was at that time I was really into like
the Righteous Brothers.
just musical like stuff. Instrumental. There you go. I was really into instrumental music, and I was like, oh, I used to play it in the car and just bawl because I could remember where.
In my kids' music class this week, or on Tuesday morning, my fourth graders were in music. What did she play? Come with me and you'll see my world of pure imagination.
That's a very good song.
Gene Wilder, original Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. She played that. I died. I knew every word. I didn't even need to read the board. I knew every single word, and she had the whole class singing, and I was singing with them. And she said, I could hear you in the back. She goes, you have a good voice. And I go, and this is a professional teacher. Hello. And she goes, because you were singing the deep part. You were singing deep, and all of us were singing the high. And she goes, you have a really nice, silky, smooth, deep voice. And I'm like, well, I know what you mean.
Why, thank you.
Why, thank you.
Gracias. But no, I mean, there's also, I think, can Nancy say Bewitched? I think there are some TV shows that you instantly hear.
Yeah. And a lot of TV shows have, like in the 80s, like The Greatest American Hero. Anyone Gen X knows that song.
And I think like instrumental music in shows. Bewitched was a good one. I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah.
Was a really good one. Like, you hear it and you know.
You can hear it unrelated to the show. Like you could hear it and you know what show it represents.
Yeah. MASH is a good one.
Lost in Space.
Oh yeah.
Second season, not the first season, but the second season when they redid the theme, that new theme, everyone knows it.
But and there's certain shows that you just hear that first
the original Star Trek with the woman screaming the whole time.
Yeah. Your deep voice sounds exactly like a song from America. Just playing at the field. Who, Gabe?
That was such a good scene.
Christian or me? Who are you talking to? Christian?
Okay.
Hello.
Hello,
but yeah, there are certain shows.
Gabe, I hadn't thought about that scene in so long.
Christian, yeah, we figured as much. Yeah. But yeah, there's certain shows that you just like, even with just instrumental, you just know. Mr. Belvedere.
How many shows? Think of what the loss is today because no one likes big long intros anymore. So everyone's so used to the, and it shows the director. That's it. Yeah. Like it's interesting how entertainment's evolved where no one wants the long intros anymore. So there's not a real market for those types of songs anymore. Like Give Me a Break. You know how long that intro song was? Yeah. That was like a real song separate from the show. I'm
coming to America. But yeah, there's a lot of all those shows from basically most of the shows from the 80s.
The 80s and earlier all had tremendously long themes. Oh. But yeah, both things.
And then there's movies that I watch, and just from hearing the intro, and like Steel Magnolias has that intro music. Yeah, and he's walking, and you're like, oh, Steel Magnolias.
Steel Magnolias, right?
Steel Magnolias, yeah. What
and like Bring It On, all the music in that is total quintessential, like early 90s stuff. I'm sexy, I'm cute, I'm popular to boot.
You don't have like if you were a fan, you're a fan. Like you just know. I used to recognize because they used to have the grunting in. I think it's remember the Titans. Remember the Titans had a little
spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers, yes.
And then she's all.
So keep posting. What is your For those of you watching us also on Instagram, what is your favorite musical intro? Or
You know
sound?
what? Following up Michael Moran's show, the original Power Rangers show, the very, very first one, I know that theme by heart. Like if I hear it, I know it's the original Power, because they didn't use it for any other season. And so original Star Trek. Oh, and then Star Trek: The Next Generation. That theme is known everywhere. And then Star Trek: The Motion Picture had a different version of the theme. Oh, Bosom Buddies. Exactly. And Perfect Strangers. Oh, my Lord. I remember those shows were on like back to back. What did they say? Night even, I think, if I recall right.
Probably.
Bosom Buddies was one of my
favorites.
favorites.
Doogie Howser, yes. I recognize that.
Doogie Howser, of course. Ding, 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 ding.
There's a lot of shows from that. I mean, like if you listen, if you just hear the theme music without the words of Gilligan's Island,
absolutely.
You know it's Gilligan's Island. Green Acres.
Yeah. Airwolf.
Airwolf. I think the last
pronunciation. Oh, ER. Oh my Lord! Everyone knows that theme.
Yeah.
And it was such a gentle theme for such a pretty graphic show. And
for its time. The Munsters, yes,
yeah.
The Munsters,
no,
and
I
then
the Munsters actually, because I was never a fan, but
the Munsters, and then you have the Connor.
Oh, wait, is that the do?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's the Addams Family.
Oh, that's the Addams Family.
Exactly, yeah.
Even the new one, Wednesday, even kind of has a variation of that theme.
Because they came out about the same time, the Munsters and the Addams Family.
Oh yeah.
But you hear it and you're like, I know that show. Like you know that show. I remember when the Constitution got him cut up.
I do remember. He was such a little jerk. I remember that.
Yes, and everybody still to this day, when they do reviews of shows, they still call it one of the most ridiculous accidents.
Oh yeah, like, he would not have lived through that.
Yeah. But yeah, now that we're sitting here talking about scores, like I believe, like for instance, the Beverly Hillbillies too. Like,
oh my Lord, everyone knows that.
All those old shows. I think the nostalgia is also singing the song. I mean, who doesn't want to sing along with the Golden Girls?
And he's like, help me, as he's melting. It's so gross. And he blows up into a pile of green goo. It's so disgusting. And he looks so gross before he gets run over by RoboCop. But it's a great scene.
I don't remember
it. Scene.
I don't remember the show, so not the movie.
Well, it's RoboCop, the movie.
The movie, yeah. So yeah, not my show.
No. Not my genre. You know. So yeah, I mean, there's so much music and so many show themes. Like TikTok, there's some 80s and 90s channels that just will play the theme and say what, you know, if you were born in this time frame, you know what show this goes to, you know, and I love that.
The trivia, yeah.
Yep.
I wish we could do that here without getting
violating copyright.
Yeah.
But how do they do it then? I don't understand how they can do it on TikTok, but we can't do it here.
Well, we get dinged on YouTube and Facebook because of it. TikTok can do it, but the other shows, I'll get a note on YouTube saying,
and they'll take down the whole show.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
years.
Hello. Yeah.
And the thing is, I think all of these songs, like, I'm rewatching. I think I mentioned it before. I'm rewatching Will and Grace, Golden Girls, and Designing Women. Designing Women. That whole song. Yeah.
And Hello, Golden Girls.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't know the Golden Girls song? Yeah. And but there's something very, for me, I don't know about you guys watching, but playing the intro and listening to the song, like a reset button. It just like gets me there. So for those of you watching on Facebook, on Instagram, do you have a favorite theme song to a show that you like? Let us know. I'll make sure I mention it on the show. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Thank you for being a friend. Yes. Oh, I heard they're going to be doing. Was that real? I saw a poster. I saw like a little online thing for it about the new Golden Girls.
There's no
I
way.
thought I wasn't sure if it was real.
It's not real. They're just putting that out there, like it's not a real thing. But at least the last note that I read on there.
Good.
Yes, the one that
You
says
did something like that.
Tina Fey, Lisa Kudrow. And
I don't
forget
remember
the-
who was in it.
Yeah.
But it looked like, I mean, it was a decent cast. It's just, I just don't think you only strike gold once. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you should tap the same mine.
If they did, you know how they did like the one live episode of the Jeffersons?
Yeah.
If they did something like that for the Golden Girls, I would watch that. I don't know that I would watch a whole season
Like, yeah.
of a reboot. And so but I would pick other people. I think there's other older actresses that can do a better job, like Vicki Lawrence, who does Mama, Annie Potts. What's the lady from Jean Smart and Delta Burke? I think, that would be cool because that's basically designing women without.
Yeah, exactly. You're basically designing women, which is what Gabe just mentioned.
Yeah, without. Did he?
Yeah, he says, and while we're at it, can we just mention how good Designing Women was? Designing Women was one of the best shows. And Delta Burke,
yes,
are you serious?
Yeah.
You know, and then I know.
I know sometimes I'm not great. Not so hard to believe.
Yes, Star Wars Ahsoka. I love that theme and I love the show. Thank you, David. I'm total Star Wars, Star Trek head. I love Ahsoka was so good, and oh my Lord, that I'm looking forward to coming back.
But so if y'all could remake, let's throw this out there. If you could remake a show,
oh yeah, that's interesting.
With like modern, with newer actors,
like yes, with all the stuff we have to do now, diversity requirements. Blah, 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 blah.
What show would you recast? That would be the thing.
That'd be interesting.
Because I would love to see a Bewitched in the modern age, but I think the movie. Okay, I like the movie, but it wasn't Bewitched. It wasn't Bewitched. It was like a movie.
A movie about the show.
Yeah. Perfect Strangers with me and Daniel. Yes, because you are strange, Gabe. And I'm perfect. I'm perfect and you're strange. So that makes perfect sense to me.
Did the star of Greatest American Hero, did he just pass recently?
No.
Okay, because I saw something about Greatest American Hero and it seemed like it was kind of like trying to be memorial-like, but I don't know. Who knows?
All right. So you ready?
Oh, sure. My pick of the week is not Perfect Strangers with me and Daniel. My pick of the week is Shogun on Hulu, available on Hulu. It is a redo. It's Shogun, a new version of the show for the 21st century, and it is absolutely breathtaking. Shogun, it's gorgeous, it's sumptuous, it's that word they use, unctuous or whatever. It's an amazing show. The visuals are amazing, cinematography is amazing, the costumes are breathtaking. The male and female actors are inspired, like they're so good. And it's in Japanese, so you have to read it in subtitles. But if you watched it in any other language, it would be ridiculous. It's a Japanese history, Japanese show. It makes sense. It's not a Japanese show, but it's about Japan. So feudal Japan. Incredible. And it just will suck you in from episode 1. And then you watch how Japanese women used to behave and how they did things, and it's just blew my mind. It's blown my mind on every level. It's scrumdiddlyumptious. Yes. It's like an everlasting gobstopper of awesome.
Everyone's so creative.
That's what in my head. Everybody's so creative. That lady, gotta give her props. That was very clever. Now I say that everywhere, even the kids know what I'm talking about.
And I have something to say about this as we come back with this. Okay, so my pick of the week is Irish Wish, and Irish Wish is the new Lindsay Lohan movie. It's on Netflix. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm going to say that I didn't have high hopes for it, but it was on Sunday when it was really raining, and I was like, let me check it out. But surprisingly enough, Lindsay Lohan is making a comeback, and she's actually pretty funny in this movie. It's the story of her. She has a boyfriend. I mean, she works for this guy. She makes a wish, and this whole story about love. And she's in Ireland, so it's the luck of love. I will say this, and it all depends. She does look better. She's acting better. Her last Christmas movie that Christian and I saw was a good intro to what she's doing now. I think she's doing a really good job as an adult, particularly after everything that she's been through. But the movie is funny. If you're not a Hallmark movie, Lifetime movie of the week fan, you're probably not going to like it. I do like those movies. So it's about finding love, being in love, and finding the perfect match for yourself. So
Yes.
check it out. Check it out.
And I agree, David. The Gentleman looks like it's. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks like it's gonna be awesome. I have it in my lineup.
My pick of the week is Quiet on the Set. Oh,
I watched that.
such another joke.
Huh?
Read the rest.
Such an uplifting story of all the Nickelodeon shows that I watched. You'll feel good. You are a piece of.
You're horrible.
I mean, come on, Muriel. You're horrible, Muriel. That is so wrong.
If anybody,
it is a little shocking to hear, like, all this information's coming out about the movie Lucas, that really old movie Lucas, which was kind of the launch vehicle for. Oh, shoot. It was a launch vehicle for Corey Haim? No, Corey.
No.
The other one. The other Corey that died, that killed himself. Yes.
Corey Haim, yeah, because Corey Feldman is the one that's.
Yeah, so it's Corey Haim. I was right.
But he wasn't on Nickelodeon.
Huh?
He wasn't on Nickelodeon.
I didn't say
Corey
he was.
Feldman has been screaming about this stuff.
But that's what Corey Feldman is talking about, all the stories Corey Haim told him about nasty, horrible things that happened on the set of the movie Lucas between him and Charlie Sheen.
Yes, so there's that story. Yeah.
It's shocking. Like, Charlie hasn't exactly been like an angel in his life, and he's had a lot of questionable practices and stuff, I think just like any human being. But now, how horrible is it that now, all these decades later, all this stuff is coming out?
Yeah.
I don't condone any of it, but it just seems kind of like, why now? Why, all these decades later, it seems fruitless.
Yeah, well.
And we haven't heard from Charlie Sheen in over a decade anyway.
Yeah, we're supposed to be making a comeback. There's a new.
Oh, well, maybe that's why they're coming out going, no comebacks.
With the same producer. What's his name? Chuck Lorre? Chuck Lorre? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He's going to be starring in a new show called Between the Trailers.
But it is, I'm going to, not to put it all and bring it down, but having been in similar situations when I was young, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I want to watch the documentary, but it's a little bit.
I couldn't watch the whole series.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's a little on the nose.
Yeah, so it's like
I agree. I was similar background, so
I'm like, I don't know if there's enough therapy to get me through the whole series. But
for me, I don't want to need more therapy but I watch the rest of it and got triggered.
But I do want to watch it just because I was a fan of a lot of those shows, and
I love Lucas. That was one of my favorite films.
So anyway, what are y'all watching? What's your pick of the week? What have you been paying attention to? I haven't been. What else have I watched? I'm just catching up. The Bachelor ended.
I haven't watched the whole thing yet.
You haven't watched the ending yet? Okay.
I'm only on the home visits right now.
Okay.
Looks like one of them doesn't go so well, but anyway.
Bachelor ended. It was a really good ending. It was a really
Okay. I look
For those
forward
of you that you guys probably know because we talk about it, Christian and I are both fans of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. But since we haven't been able to hang out as much as we have before, because he's working and I've been busy, we have to watch it separately right now. So just started watching Warrior on Netflix. I believe it's an old cinematic show, but for that. Oh, okay. I don't
Is
know
that the one in Little Tokyo? And
Okay.
I'm trying to think, is it a series or is it a movie? Because if it's a series, I know what you're talking about. It's a fantastic series.
You're watching baseball, Michael? Is that what
Oh, Michael, you are so heterosexual.
so much.
Always watching sports.
Well, it was just baseball day. When was baseball day? Just
I thought he always talks baseball. I'm like, does it ever end? Do they
wasn't
ever?
it the 28th? The 28th
I
was
don't know.
Major League Baseball Day. I did a video on it. So
Is there a Major League Baseball day like they need it?
it was the opening. The day.
Where's my Clueless Day? Where is Alicia Silverstone Day?
There must be.
Where's a Bring It On Day? Hello, the important shows, the important things.
When is Clueless Day? There has to be a Clueless Day.
March Madness. When is March Madness? Is that when everyone goes crazy?
According to Pinterest, Clueless Day is October 24th.
Oh, so there is a Clueless Day.
Apparently.
Oh, as if, Daniel.
But it was, I mean, if there's not, it was released. When did it come out?
Oh God, like 1990 or 89? I think I just got out of high school. 90, maybe 93 at the late early. No.
Okay. Clueless was released on July 19th, 1995.
Okay.
So I guess if there's not an official Clueless Day, then
that would be the anniversary.
that would be it. That would be it.
I'm all, where's my Bring It On Day? Where's Steel Magnolias Day?
Is it really butch to watch big muscular men in tight fighting? Well, it wasn't before, but if you focus on the new,
I will say, yes, the new Major League Baseball players have wonderful new uniforms. And if you watch them in the sun and it's hot that day, child, I know more about those men and their bodies than anyone. So maybe there is a reason to watch Major League Baseball.
Yeah, just to say, Marcy's here.
Hey, Marcy!
And it's so funny because just Bring It On. That movie will always remind me, for everybody, this is our niece, Marcy, my sister Nancy's daughter. Anytime I watch Bring It On, it will forever and ever remind me of Marcy. Ever. Like, anytime I watch it, she's the first thing that pops into my head. First thing.
Yeah.
Orange March Madness with, oh, okay.
So does that mean the women are they're going mad and they lose their mind and they start attacking each other? Is that March Madness?
Yes, he's clueless on the Clueless.
I don't know what Clueless Day is.
I'm visiting for the first time. Incredible Kimmy Schmidt.
The Incredible Kimmy Schmidt is so wonderful. The entire series is good. And my favorite character, is Andromeda.
Bregman? Is that a I'm not on that one.
Marcy will explain. Marcy will tell you.
I know. And I need to know what it is.
Oh, Pitch Perfect is fantastic too. Where's my Pitch Perfect Day?
Oh, Alex Bregman. Okay, the baseball player. Oh, from Houston. He's a cutie.
Oh, so
yes. I just looked him up.
All these new uniforms have given a whole new audience reasons to watch. It's like football's the same way. I'm like, oh my.
Okay, so this could start a whole debate. Pitch Perfect is better than Bring It On.
Well, they're not even the same genre of movie.
I know. What kind of gay are you, Gabe?
Bring It On is a cheerleading movie. Pitch Perfect is just a bunch of girls making sounds with their mouths.
Hello.
But I love them both.
Man, the show was going like we were like, yes, we can get to the end and not go into the gutters anywhere. But Nope. But yes, Bring It On. I think for me, it's one of the movies that I can watch in the background and listen to it and word it out.
Bring It On. Never. Yeah, you
On double casts that are meant to be funny while girls perform in front of a group of judges. So how are they not the same movie? Good question. Good question.
That is no. Only a hardened cisgender mind would think like that. How dare you? The audacity.
You're so cis.
How dare you say they're the same thing?
I think Bring It On is like one of the original girl movies. Like
it is. I think it is one of the earlier ones for sure. Clueless was one of the really earliest, high school kiddie movie, girl movies. How straight of me. Absolutely, Gabe.
Talk about being judged. But yeah, so for me, Bring It On. Wow, 1995. No,
I know 95 for Clueless.
When was Bring It On?
I think Bring It On might have been earlier. Wow, I think every police officer in Culver City is going by.
Bring It On. Oh, Bring It On was released in August of 2000. That's probably why it had such a special place for me. Because I went into the hospital in September of 2000.
Oh yeah, 2000. Right, turn of the century.
So it was released a month before I went to the hospital. So it was a really new movie. That's probably why it's so sticking in my head.
Yeah,
I heard they may do a sequel to Bring It On. There are sequels to Bring It On.
There's like horrible ones, horrible ones.
You're gonna tell. Pitch Perfect has 3 good movies starting. The original cast Bring It On had 1 movie, and then they made a bunch of movies. Yeah, the one with Hayden Panettiere was pretty good. She was.
No, it was terrible.
Wasn't that the one that was pretty good? I've only actually watched the first one. It's okay, Mo knows. Oh, is that your hall pass? I've only got 3 seconds. Okay, hold on. I've only got 3 minutes. So this is who we're talking about here. Bergman. So let me share a screen. Oh, we didn't have time for any TikToks.
Yep, no time for that. I just have the.
Okay, this is Bergman. He's a cutie. 30 years old.
Yeah.
Number 2 on the Astros, third baseman.
Yeah. His eyes are a little close together. His nose is a little pinched.
Well, he's a gringo. We can't expect too much.
Yeah, he has a very small mouth. What do you do with a small mouth? Hello. You need a nice wide one.
So we're ready.
I'm sorry. I was so wrong. I'm so wrong. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Gringo's all right.
This is overrated. Oh, and of course, Gabrielle Union hasn't cracked. She looks the same as she did from that movie. She hasn't changed a bit.
She looks amazing. She looks
exactly the same.
And I just saw Kirsten do an interview.
Kirsten
Kirsten
Dunst.
Kirsten Durst. Well, you know who I'm talking about.
Dunst.
You know who I'm talking about. I just saw her do an interview that her kid is watching her movies, her little boy, and it's like, oh look, that's baby mom, and she's like, she's showing Jumanji, and
oh yeah,
she's like, oh, that's baby mom
in Jumanji.
But she looks so good right now. I think there was a couple of years where she looked a little rough, but she's looking really good right now.
I think she was living a little bit of a rougher life.
Yeah, but she's looking pretty good too. Not your type, Nancy.
Yeah, I love Marcy. She's a poor gringo. He's
more gringo para mí. But anyway, we're almost out of time. This has been a really cool show. I'm glad we're back.
It's okay, Mo knows. Good job. I'm so glad Marcy joined us. Thank you, Marcy.
There's the first Durst wife.
Kirsten Durst.
I heard after the movie she said she didn't. Nookie and then presenter. Oh, shut up.
It's so wrong.
So I want to remind all of you that Grubby Bunny is still up for sale. We got Grubby Bunny books signed and delivered. This covers your postage, $25. Just email me. Let me take this off. Email me at LittleMexicanProductions.com. Grubby Bunny, you can order them there. We've also got our coaching programs, the alignment, which I can say proudly that I am a provider to the Johnson & Johnson employees.
I wish you'd say it like this. I am an approved vendor for.
Yes. Well, there you go.
That's a big deal.
Yes. So Johnson & Johnson approved me as a spiritual coach for their employees. So I come vetted by them. So if you'd like to receive coaching, reach out to me at Daniel G. Garza at LittleMexicanProductions.com. Don't forget, Christian also has his own coaching program. So he's got one-on-one groups in person and virtual. Email him at cpramir@att.net for more information. And we always like to highlight our friends. Richard Wayne Kilgo II. He's got sound bats, his new Reikutech modality, tarot readings, astrology. Email him at Richard W. Kilgo II, which is second, at gmail.com, or find him at rwk2.com. For more information, go check him out. And I'm going to show the picture again because it's such a good picture. This is the pictures that we finally got. I really, 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 really like them. I think they're really cool. So anyway, no purpose for that, just to show them to you. But thank you so much for joining us. Where is it? Holy crap, you're going to come to my house and give me a book. Yes.
Thank you, Marcy.
Thank you. Yes, I finally grew my fairy wings, and I'll deliver it personally.
Yes, that portrait is going to be that's our generational portrait to make sure no one ever forgets who Christian is.
No one ever forgets. And that's going to go in my office when I have the production office. So, by the way, and I'm going to say this again because I want to make sure that I'm going back to school. I ordered my transcript.
Marcy and Nancy weren't here when you said it.
Oh yeah, because you weren't here. I ordered my transcripts. So Lone Star Community College is where I went to college in Texas. I did not graduate, and I'm finally like Kike Hernandez. Oh, Kike Hernandez is kind of cute. I can't go. Yes, basically, I can't get no respect. So I'm going back to get my counseling degree, and I'm very excited. I'm hoping about a year, so hopefully by next year, which is my 55th birthday. Manuela, ¿cómo estás? Buenas noches. Qué bueno que nos acompañas. Ya nos vamos de salida. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm not even nervous. I'm just excited to get it started and finish. Thank you.
What is happening?
Huh?
I don't know, something. The bottom of my left foot, it feels like someone's poking a needle into it.
Oh.
It's weird. Out of the blue, it just started, and I'm like, what is happening? Who's doing that?
It's a little ghost. Thank you. Yeah, I only have like a year to go to finish. I don't have that much to finish.
You were so close.
I was very close. Close. But everybody knows, like, it's no secret.
Life happens.
I was too heavy into my addiction, and I didn't finish. But I'm ready.
Thank you, Gabe. Yes, you missed.
So that's the news, and I'm saying that out loud because I want people to hold me accountable to make sure that I go through the process and get it done. But I've taken the first step. I asked for my transcripts. They'll be sending them out. Cici, te va a tocar ver el video. Manuela Rodriguez over in Texas. She hosts a radio show, and she's a good friend. So, okay, folks. Well, we're out of here. Thank you for watching.
Yay.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.